This is a hot topic that everybody's talking about in the moving industry.
And the experience of being lost in chaos is exactly what a lot of moving clients feel. So I lived it.
Welcome back to Movified. I'm your host, Mark Hirschi, owner of Salmon's Moving and Storage, located in beautiful Vancouver, British Columbia. And it is a Movified Wednesdays with Steven Reed from Ready Rolls, What's Up, and Big League Movers.
And Memphis, Tennessee. Just want to do the shout out. Memphis. How's everybody doing?
Oh, I'm excited to see Steven. He has had an assortment of things going on in his life. That's like almost for a whole other episode. But as I mentioned before, you were kind of stuck in a tornado.
Literally, kinda. I was literally stuck in a tornado. Went through two of them. Didn't realize I was going through a tornado, but I was telling Mark I'm having bad traffic issues and it's real windy and there's no internet signal. So coming down, I planned on being back in my cave here at the time of the podcast, but I got held up and I was in tornadoes, come to find out. So I got to send Mark the link, like, doctor's note, check it out. I was really in a tornado.
I always feel like I get that highs and lows of, visiting Nashville, talking to Steven, looking especially at house prices, going, man, I could probably move to Memphis. I would love to move to Nashville. And this sounds fantastic. And then it was like tornado. And you're like, maybe I'll wait. Oh, it looks pretty again. Oh, it looks so nice. And it's like tornado. And you're like, I'll stick to the bears that come in my backyard. But
April and May is
we're
crazy with those here.
Oh, for sure. Well, we're flipping the script to cap off the end of the month. We had a couple episodes on mental health. We had amazing feedback. Thank you so much for everybody that reached out to us, and we're going to talk about this on the next episode because we really want to, touch on the fact that it happens daily on the mental health, and it should not just be a 1 month segment within Movified, but that it should be something that gets brought up that happens.
Peak season's here, guys. Reach out to somebody if you need it. You're not alone. These problems happen. It's scaling fast. You're going to go through it this next month.
You're going to go through it. You're going to go through it and make sure you're talking. But I'm excited for this episode today because I was actually just talking to somebody this morning, and the reality is, especially I would say in the last like 3-4 months, AI voice agents are just popping up. I get phone calls all the time from different companies looking to implement this whole thing. Before it was chatbots. Hey, you know what? Guess what? We're going to put on your website. We're going to have a little chatbot, and it's going to, have the knowledge base of your moving company, and they're going to be able to answer. To now having someone sound so realistic, answer your phone, utilizing your knowledge base and your website and all the details within your organization to answer the phone calls and to set up a seamless transition sometimes from that customer, from those leads that are coming in that are being missed. 100%. We know it. The stats are there. Leads are being missed. And this is why we have a special guest. We have Daria Pareto in from the AI Lead Hub, located out in Florida, who her and her business partner, they have worked within the moving organizations for at least over about 8 years now. Daria, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you on Movified.
Hi, and thank you for having me here today, guys.
Well, we're excited to have you and to kind of pick your brain.
I'm thrilled to talk to you about this topic. This is a hot topic that everybody's talking about in the moving industry, and how can it adapt and how we can go. So you are a great guest for us today, and my curiosity as well.
Now, Daria, can you give us a little bit of a background of you and Damien, of how this all kind of started? I mentioned 8 years, marketing for moving companies, working with them, figuring out their pain points. So tell me a little bit more and expand on then what led you to want to get more into the AI voice agents.
Before I even thought about AI, I was just someone who trying to move my life across borders. So I didn't change homes, but I changed cities, countries, and continents. I started my moving experience as a user when I was 16 and my first time. And the experience of being lost in chaos is exactly what a lot of moving clients feel. So I lived it. And when I have my background also in tech, in software analytics and testing. So when we was working with my partner together, who've been building websites, doing SEO and ads for moving companies over 8 years, we was thinking like, what else can we do to help our clients just have their business more effective? And these business owners, they become our friends. So we hang out together with our families, like work and life, they go together. So when technology become available, we decided that one of the coolest things that we can build will be a voice agent who sounds like a human, who can handle missed calls.
When was that?
Well, it was over a year ago when we started to work on this, but the technology wasn't that good on that point. And I can say that maybe last 8 months, we got into the point when I feel pretty confident with our solution. And the technology is updating almost every 2 weeks. So we're getting better and better with our agents. This is a little bit about our story. And I think what really drives us that we want to help our friends, first of all. And we got more clients outside of our friends circle. This is how we started. We just want to help them to have a better life, because how much stress you guys have when you're working on your moving company and you wear so many hats, you're trying to be everything and everywhere, you're paying so much money for every single lead that is coming through, and you're not able to pick up the phone.
That saw so many solutions for our sauce. We're always living in this, I don't want to miss a lead. I don't want to miss a lead. We got to go to a job. Oh gosh, am I going to miss a lead?
Yep.
I'm not really in that world on that move because I'm worried about missing a lead. And I think you just touched on a thing that this is very appealing. This is why we're all talking about it, because this is a possible answer to a big industry problem we have as owner-operators.
What would set you apart from the other companies that are out there? Because like I said in the beginning, now there's companies like Scorpion.ai, there's Copilot, with Supermove. There are so many companies out there offering this service. I had another company reach out to me, I think called Nice App, that implement a Go High level setup that has your sales part of it, your voice agents, everything kind of funnels into the system. So, when I'm looking at AI Lead Hub, what would set yourself apart from the rest, to simplify the process? Because what I've found doing demos with these companies is that there's a sense of complication. It's not as easy as someone thinks. There's obviously a bunch of work that's got to go into it, but how does it set you apart? That is going to be as efficient. So someone's going to go, wow, I really want to go with this company because they have a really easy system tool, because onboarding is super important. Your price points have to be super important. So what does that look like for AI Lead Hub?
Being found on the second page of Google is literally like having a billboard in the middle of the desert. Your mama ain't gonna see it. No one's gonna see it. You're on the second page of Google, no one's gonna call, no one's gonna book. Here is the deal. If your business is not ranking on the top of Google, that means your competitors are going to be stealing your customers every single day. So at Rotate Digital, we don't play any guessing games. We use data-driven SEO strategies to make sure Google finds you first, so that these Google searches turn into your customers, not your competitors' customers. How do we do it? We do it through AI-driven keyword optimization, exclusive blog networks, backlinking strategies, and honestly, the secret stuff, the proprietary lead attribution software. So what do you get as a result? You get not only good marketing, but now you get clarity into what is bringing you more revenue. So if that's something you want to do, You want to make sure your leads find you and not your competition? Go ahead and go to rotatedigital.com, schedule a call, and we'll help you take your business to the top of Google.
Well, first of all, I think our background and set us apart, and understanding of moving moving businesses from websites, from ads we was running for our clients, and so we kind of like speak their language. And at this point, I have a lot of like clients who's trying to work with us, which are not movers. But I don't wanna change my focus, because we are laser focused on moving industry. And when you focus on something, you can provide the best quality. This is our belief. And understanding the little details, how this agent's supposed to perform for each of my clients, how I can adjust all the tone, the understanding how this agent like go through the flow with each of my clients. I think it is very important, because if you build agent for like beauty salon and moving industry, they're gonna be very different, right? So my team work specifically on agents for moving companies. I even divide my team who works with inbound and outbound agents.
Do you do offers calling outbound, so that we could give you numbers, right? And do you work with an auto dialer? Do you work with VoIPs? Can you kind of like outbounds is a big differentiator. I'll say that to some of the things that Mark.
It's a big difference, and the project we're working right now, it's for the call center. They're located in US. I know that most moving companies, they use call centers like somewhere like in Philippines, but the client found us and they want to replace their agents in a call center with our AI agent. So we work with the auto dialer and we connect with them. So it's a very complex process, but we're going through this, and it's not live yet, but I see that we're very great in the way we progress.
Is your system an open API? Is there ways to integrate the voice agent with someone's CRMs program?
Actually, when people say agent, it is something which connected through the entire process. I don't like when they say like, oh, I have an agent and this is the only like a voice part. So you have a voice and some LLM, let's say like ChatGPT. So this is not the agent yet. The agent is the system which you built that can go through the process. Let's say the customer support agent. So the customer support agent have the knowledge base, right? Or the agent who can book a job. So that agent has to have the access to your CRM. So we connect with your CRM. We can connect with we actually connect with your phone number, so you don't depend on us. After
That's a big one, because a lot of the ones that I was looking into said, oh, we're going to have to set you up. Please select several different phone numbers through them. I was then going to have to connect over. So it's already like, okay, well, I have this phone number that's now going to have to go over to a dial pad or ring center.
And you need to reset all your ads, like wherever you have, I know. So knowing all this, we came up with a flow where we hook our agent with your phone number. We connect with your CRM system. Depending on my client's request, after we have a conversation with your lead, we're going to send either email address or text message to your sales rep with a summary of the call, along with the updated outcome of the call to your CRM.
Okay, interesting.
What kind of, can you kind of give me some case studies you're using? Are you using these at all for confirmation calls? I know obviously sales inquiries a new lead, But are you dealing with, is there maybe like a HR for a moving company that movers can call? Is there any other creative ideas you're working on? Mid-move check-ins with your outbound, confirmations comes to mind, packing move check-in, where we check in on a customer, see if they need any more help, or even just having a emergency, kind of like a doctor's office. I see this for advertising, but emergency move helpline, right? For your customers who are packing the night before or whatever it is. Is there different inbounds? Can you have different agents within your setup for different things?
With the technology we have now, I can set up more or less any agent you wish. But I'll give you a few examples of what we launched already for our clients. First will be the customer support. The agent can answer all questions about your company and give a rough estimate based on the customer, on the lead and inquiry. Also, the agent can actually book a job. We have this case. If we talk about outbound agent, what we're working now, our client wants us to take a seat in dialer. So the agent will build the first connection with the lead. If lead is agree and ready to move forward with a quote.
Yep. So it's qualifying. It's qualifying. This is a serious intake.
Qualifying.
Yep.
Yeah. So we have process of qualifying this lead, and if they ready and agree to speak with a sales rep, we redirect this call to a sales rep in their company.
I can find that. I see that being very effective with purchase leads, Mark. So like a moving.com or a get to them first. Is this a real lead? Most of the percentage, if we actually had what made them real leads, the people that are interested in moving, you'd probably have a pretty good percentage, but you're kind of wigging through qualifying who actually needs a mover, right? Or did you go to apartmentguide.com or something? Right?
And I've seen this with some moving companies that have tried to utilize case studies utilizing Yelp. So they pay for leads through Yelp. A lot of the times, when you look at companies like that, they're, you're a moving company that typically doesn't want to take anything smaller than a bachelor suite, right? Like, or a 1-bedroom. But then your paid leads, in quote, is someone phoning going, I need a couch moved. And can you just move this mattress? And so to have a voice agent be able to respond to leads or contact them on an outbound scenario and get that information is huge.
I'll tell you some of my hesitation in this that you touched on that I want to bring back up. You said that you're focused on the moving industry, which thank you. We appreciate that, but you keep getting it better and better with time. And how I've had an outlook of it, and maybe it's been wrong, but I've seen like, well, he was 6 months ago when he developed that product, so it's probably out of date by now. And I've been kind of looking at it as like I'm more interested with the new people that get in the game because I'm thinking that's old technology that they're maybe not updating it. So you saying that we're working on the moving industry only and we're advancing with it and our product is advancing with it, I think is a big pain point that I've stayed away at least. And just how fast and rapid this technology is coming, and to hear that you're working on it and you're using it to improve and staying aligned with that's a big differentiator in my opinion. A big sell to me as someone who's been kind of waiting and saying, well, it's rapidly advancing, so I'm going to wait. I can go ahead and get in and then use the product and know that you're advancing with me on that side. So that's great to hear.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. When you start work with us, I don't want to go like to very like deep technical details, but LLM, large language models, let's simplify and let's call it ChatGPT, right? But we use different language models for different purposes. So they get advanced. So your agent will get advanced as soon as that large language models gets any update, as well as this agent will be teaching himself through the whole process of working with you. So he will get experience as a real agent that you will hire from outside.
What I received as an advice from one of the demos that I did. It was actually with Copilot, a fantastic system. I was really impressed with their response. They did a demo, they phoned, they actually pulled a bunch of information from my moving company before we even did any type of onboarding or checking out, and did the dial call. And I was thoroughly impressed by how well spoken the AI agent was, where it didn't sound like a robot answering, this is your estimate. It sounded very natural. But one of the best things to add on to Daria's point is that I said, this is not bad. It's not perfect. And they said it's because it's the first call, because the AI agent hasn't actually developed more of a system. The more phone calls, the more times it is answering the phone calls, it actually will build its knowledge base because the customers are asking more of these questions and you get that feedback. Are you finding that, Daria, also with your program, that once you have it set up for a moving company, it actually grows with the moving company? It's like a new hire. They don't know everything day one, but 3 months into it, you're like, okay, I'm getting the swing of things. I understand what a 2-bedroom is and a 3-bedroom is, but much more advanced, like
Yeah,
way more
I
advanced.
we use all data we collect from the phone calls to improve and teach this agent moving forward. Because again, you're not buying some like old school robot which will say yes or no, press 1 or 2. You getting an advanced tool that will improve with you based on your wish, So wherever you wish, this agent will talk with this tone, and navigating, like qualifying leads, and it is different for each company. And because this advanced technology, we are able to make this agent different for every single moving company we're working with.
If you're considering Snowball, just do it.
Snowball creates done-for-you referral programs for moving companies so you can turn happy customers into new revenue without lifting a finger. And the results speak for themselves.
In less than a year, we've collected over 2,000 referrals.
We generated over $200,000 of revenue that cost about $5,000 to do it.
I believe we have 4 or 5 the very first day.
The companies winning with Snowball are the ones that already care about their customers. We just help turn that into new business through human outreach and customer nurturing.
Snowball is part of the arsenal of tools that I recommend to my clients because it works.
I have a demo agent, but it is something like genetic, You can talk to my agent, but when this agent start work for you, we can pick up the voice you want. We can pick up some accent you want. It's all different. And of course, that knowledge base, we're going to teach him. It varies company through company.
I know, it's fantastic. Well, and I actually have this question as well, because and it popped into my head when we were talking about just voice agents. In somewhere like Vancouver, we're very multicultural. And so we might get phone calls where you're like, oh, it'd be so good to hire someone in the office that speaks Cantonese. Or you get into different areas where you're like, I wish they would speak Spanish, or they could speak French. Can that be part of like the voice agent, so that if someone called in, either whether they could pick it up, or could you have a second voice agent that would speak a different language if necessary, if you found that was very big?
Well, I can tell you one of our first projects, like a voice agent, was actually a multilingual agent, but we built that agent for CDL school here in Florida. It was one of the first large projects before we focused only like for agents for movers. So for that school, we built AI voice agent, which speaks English, Spanish, Ukrainian, and Russian. Yeah, because this is who are clients from the school. And they had these needs because every time someone is calling to the office, they would love to speak their native language. So, and they see increase in sales, and they love it.
If, let's say, for example, I receive a phone call and I am talking to a customer and I could see that they would love to have someone, speak Ukrainian, like it's something in like their native tongue. If I'm on the phone call, can I say, oh, let me just transfer you to like our AI agent that can, or like just one of our agents, and they could actually pick up and speak that language to get some of the information?
Yeah, absolutely.
Woo!
We can do that.
Wow,
That
stop.
will be some more like a custom
Of
custom
course.
work because but we've done
But it can be done.
yes, we've done this for our client, and we can implement this solution for moving company if they wish so.
So I wanted to ask for our listeners, what does onboarding look like for a 1 to 4 truck operation? And what does onboarding look like for a 10 plus truck operation? Right? Where there's different tools that a company may use or different expertise or different staff. Can you kind of go over how you handle those two onboarding?
Are you a mover looking to make an impact? Discover Moving Letters AI and join the ML Plus Club today. Elevate your customer engagement with the personal touch of handwritten letters.
If you want to take your company to that next level, it's the only way to subscribe. If you're doing anything but Moving Letters AI, you need to get on it. So it's going to take your business to that next level. You're going to see an increase in that revenue. Let's go.
I highly recommend using this company. They're amazing to work with. They even send you an email on how much work they're producing for you.
Don't miss out. Join the revolution and start making moves that matter.
Put a golden damn ticket in there with Moving Letters AI.
For us, it's not a huge difference because the regular onboarding process for the project where I implement inbound agent for the company, which receive calls and kind of like hold this lead warm for you, I can implement this agent in 72 hours. So after my client agreed to move forward, I sent the very simple onboarding form for them to fill out. I asked to attach as many information as they have. So wherever like materials you have for your people in your call center, for your sales, like give me it all. I will use it all to teach your agent, basically. It takes 72 hours for us to build the voice part, to train, and connect with the phone number of my client, as well as standard CRM system. If my client wants some more like custom thing, more difficult, advanced function for the agent, it can take like up to 2 weeks, like the project we're working on now, with the Ring Central integration.
So basically on average, if I signed up today, you would be looking at working with me over a 72 to 2 week period to really kind of get things implemented. And I mean, to me, a system like this, just like a new hire, you don't want to just turn around and be like, great, I want it working tomorrow. Like there is a process. What would you say to someone that, whether they're going with your company or not, needs to ensure, like, what do you see some of the problems are when you talk to moving companies and you're like, guys, like I need this to make it work? What should someone have together to really make that onboarding process really smooth?
I need all information about the company. So wherever you teach your people when you hire them, your culture, your values, your services, of course, all FAQs. If you have any like calls recording, I really appreciate all of them. So as many calls recording you have, I will use it to teach the agent.
Interesting. Okay. Steven?
Is there any call droppage failures? I mean, you've been doing this for a year, so I'm sure you've seen it all, right? So I was going down this about recently for a company that is working just with moving companies. And I called the Autobot and talked to a robot. Yeah, that's what I call the AI agents. Transferred me to another robot, right? And once that robot transferred me, I got hung up on, right? And dude, asked me a question. What's your email? I gave an email and I hear doot. And so I call back and then I have to go through the same cycle. It didn't remember me. So that's a question. Does it ever remember a customer if it's have to be a callback? And are you having trouble with disconnects at all in your whole year of doing this?
On my end, I don't have this issue. So the issue might be with the phone provider you have. So if this part has some issues and you got disconnected, unfortunately, now we don't have the technology that allows us to remember the previous conversation and recognize the client, but this is what we're looking forward. I'm pretty sure like by the end of 2025 or like beginning of 2026, we will get to this point.
I love that answer because that was one of my questions is where do you see this going over the next within the next 6 months to a year?
It's moving so fast. You have no idea. I'm very happy to see this progress, but I'm also getting like afraid of what's going on because AI, it's not just my job and my business, but this is my passion. So every time I learn about this and I try to implement this for myself. So the last thing I've done, I created the whole clone of myself. So I clone my video and I clone my voice. And it looks fun, but then I started to think, listen, if something happened with me, my family, my loved one, they're gonna have this absolute digital copy of me, which not only looks and speaks exact the same voice I speak, but I also connect the knowledge. I started to use ChatGPT since it exists. So the ChatGPT knows a lot about me. And this is what I want. I want to teach ChatGPT a lot about me. So I connected that knowledge through my so that's it. I have a whole digital copy of myself.
Well, see, it's funny because I recently just did this. I recently did this with a program called HeyGen, where I took a photo. Did you too? I took a photo of myself. Steven, I got to send this to you. It's going to blow your mind. I took a photo of myself. I took a clip out of my voice and added the script. And what blew my mind, or just the prompts, and it built the script for me. But what was crazy was watching not just my mouth move, but like my hand was raising, my head moved forward, and it was just an image. Like it was crazy. And so where I almost see ChatGPT going, I see it in twofold. I see the fact that histories are able to be built. Things like a ChatGPT, because we're keeping it nice and simple, builds off a history. When you keep using the same project and you're working on it, it will build that history up every time I keep asking for it. I don't have to constantly say, act like a social media agent. It already is. Like it's already doing that based on what I'm doing, and it builds that knowledge base. So I can see the voice agents pulling it in where you phone back and they're going to say, oh, what's your name? And you go, oh, I'm Mark Hirschi or Steven Reed. And it's going to go back into that knowledge base, pull up that name and say, oh, I have all the rest of the previous information on you. The other section I see is that I'm going to be able to take like right now, what you could do is take the photo, but eventually they will take that photo, create a whole AI video of you, because you're seeing it right now in like Vino 3 and like taking voice talking and videos, and you'll be able to do a live video estimate with a customer as an AI agent speaking back and forth. And so it's almost going to make your moving consultants completely obsolete, because that AI voice agent will have the same answers, the same knowledge, everything built to speak to that customer. Like I see that happening probably be by 2026. Easy.
Nice. Do you have any of the agent the workflow? Are you? And I know you worked in leads before. You mentioned that. So is it the agent? Are you working on anything for it to talk to Yelp customers, even online, or talk to Facebook messages or anything like that? Are you going to work with any kind of other software maybe for it to flow together in that manner?
Well, we're talking, as I understand your question, you asking about text-based agents. Yeah, we with the same knowledge base of your company, I can implement the text-based agent for your WhatsApp, Instagram, put it like that AI assistant chatbot on a website, which converts pretty well, actually. But it's kind of like we passed that thing already. I'm not very excited about this, but yeah, it works. It works. Yeah, can answer all questions.
The actual application that you have and that you run, is it? I mean, your answer is going to be yes. Of course, it's super easy. But is it actually easy? Like, is it like a whole system? Because I'm going to need something to log in to track everything, right? So would I not have a program that I'm able to track and see the call histories or the leads? Like, is there an actual program that you use for us as moving company owners to log in and view what's going on? Or is it just all integrating with your systems?
We recently hired Ready Rolls to help us with hiring some offshore help, some VAs, and they've done an amazing job. They found the perfect candidate for our company. Not only that, they helped answer the questions that we had about the process. Initially, hiring a VA can be a bit intimidating, but they answered all the questions. It's been an amazing experience. Our VA has been a huge part of our success thus far. We're actually in the process of hiring a few more right now. Definitely see them as being a key part of our growth and reaching our goals in 2025. And another game changer for our company. I'm confident to be a game changer.
Visit ReadyRolls.com. There is now a better way to scale.
It's integrating with my system, but let's say when I work with the Ring Central now, they get all logs like from Ring Central. If we're talking about like and at this point, what I offer to all my clients, I offer the call summary. This is what you can get like right away. But I can provide with a custom interface where you can actually something similar to Go High Level. But I personally had experience with Go High Level. It didn't meet my expectations, to be very honest with you.
And you're technical too. You're clearly technical too. So that's interesting to hear. I hear a lot of the Go High Level complaints are it's too much to build and then maintain on that stuff.
Yeah, it was like, so everybody was super excited when they launched, but I wish it did what they selling. But again, this is my own experience with them.
Well, listen, I love that because to me, having extra applications I got to log into is just another program. Like I find it exhausting as a business owner. And then because you're going to have to train and everybody has this like 1,000 different logins. For yourself, a two-part question, because we're going to be wrapping this up, is for your system, the essence is, so I can understand it all, is that you have this voice agent, you work with the moving company owners to get all the knowledge base, all their SOPs, their entire cultural system in place. It can integrate with companies like Ring Central and Dialpad so that phone number is integrated in there. And that voice agent can also help book appointments for you. So if that person wants to see you, and also do like soft transfers.
Yeah, we can transfer calls. We update the status of the lead on your CRM, and basically, as I told you, after the call complete, you will receive the summary of the call through text message or email.
Which I love. The follow-up last question is, well, I guess it's another two-parter, but one of the last questions really before I leave it over to Steven, if he has got any more, is how much does it cost if I want to get started today? And then also, how does everybody else reach you? Like, we'll have your contacts in the descriptions, but if someone wants to reach out to you today that's listening, like, how can they get in touch with you? So pricing, and how do we reach out to you to set up a demo?
So reach out to me. It's very simple. You can find me on LinkedIn, Daria Pareto, AILeadHub.com. It's our website. You can get a demo on this website as well. And about pricing, we offer $4.99 monthly for this agent working with you. And we have a setup fee of $1,200 for CRM integration.
You work with Supermove, Smart Moving, Chariot. You work with those three so far?
I can integrate with any CRM system, and I mean, unfortunately, some companies they don't have CRMs, so we integrate with their Google Sheets.
Gotcha. Now, Daria, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. $4.99 for someone, like, based on what's out there, is actually quite high. So what you're gonna have to sell to everybody that's gonna call in and wants to check you out, is there like a free first month to like use your program to try it out? Is there some type of giveaway, some type of offer, maybe to those that are listening today on Movified, if they were looking to sign up and give it, is there some type of discount or some kind of special that you can throw out there? I know I'm throwing it at you, but I know that there's a couple other companies out there that are around $99 a month up to $4.99 a month, right? Like, it's a big spread. So what can you offer the Movified listeners today?
Well, I would love to share our solution with your audience and offer 50% discount, lifetime discount for whoever will sign up after this podcast. And we do offer. Our offer is basically, we guarantee that you're gonna get 15 warm leads using our AI agents on the first 30 days. Otherwise, money back. So trying our solution.
You heard that here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is why you're getting this agent working for you, right? So you wanna make sure that will bring warm leads to you. So you 15 calls that you might miss, the agent will pick up and transfer to your sales rep. I'm pretty confident on our solution because, as I told you, we have a deep knowledge and understanding of this industry from the tech part, right? And I know that companies offers like 99 wherever. You get what you pay for. As simple as that.
Hey, listen, you're hearing it right here, from Daria's mouth, that one of the co-founders of AI Lead Hub, saying, you're listening to this right now, you reach out to them. We're going to make a cap here and say it's a lifetime discount, 50% off, but you have to make sure that you have set up a demo and met with them before the end of June. So we're going to give you a 30-day window to get in there for those that are listening. If you pass it, sorry guys, you missed your shot. So make sure you are setting up a demo and at least testing it out and going through that process with Daria. Steven, final throw out there, final question.
If our viewers wanted to call you right now and test you out, what is the demo phone number?
Yeah, just give a call. It's 407-553-9444. Just give a call and try our agent.
I'm going to call as soon as we get off.
I like it. Daria, this has been a real pleasure. You've been an absolute delight.
Great.
And I am so happy that you reached out to us, that we were able to set up a time to have you on the podcast. And we'll have all the details in the description for everybody to reach out to you on LinkedIn and visit your website to set up a demo. We won't give them the special offer on the site. We'll tell them there's a special on the show and to make sure that they're listening to get that offer. So thank you so much. And for all those that are listening, stay Movified. Go get a voice agent, because soon I'm just going to get replaced and there's just going to be a fake version of me. So I don't know if they can get as good looking as me, probably even better. Yeah, exactly. Steven?
We can learn from our robots. Listen.
That's right. I know. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you so much. Great episode, and appreciate it.
Exactly. All right, everybody. Take it easy. Have a great rest of the week.
And thank you.